Hello, crafty friends. Welcome into spread 6 of the Cottage Garden Journal. Our last spread, guys. This is it. Look how chunky this journal got. It's so fun, but it's so chunky. Okay, so we're going to work on our last spread today for June, spread 6, which is full garden. I have some ideas, but you know, the wild card techniques and supplies always rule the show, so we'll see how that goes on. As always, I'm going to pick 2 supplies, a wild card, and a technique prompt. But hey guys, welcome in. It's so nice to have you back. If you've been here before, thank you, thank you. And if you're new, hello, new friend. Thanks for stopping by my crafty little corner of YouTube. We are working in this free. It's free till the end of June 2026. So if you haven't gotten it yet, just follow the link that's down in the description, or you can click on this QR code here that I'll throw up on the screen somewhere around here. And you can go get this for free for another 5 days or so. 6, I don't know. I'm not keeping track. But anyway, it goes away at the end of June. So get it now while you can. Last chance. And we're going to work on spread 6. And then the only thing we have left is our cover. Maybe you're already done, and that's great. Some of you are. I saw that, but I'm going to finish up today. So, you know, we gotta pick our things. So I'm going to pick 2 supplies, a technique, and a wild card. These are the last ones because I'm not doing this for the cover. 1 supply, 2 supplies, a technique. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to pick the one I can't really see. And then a wild card. Use something. I see it. Use something. All right, let's see what we got. Supplies. A doily. Okay. And a fussy cut. Well, that's easy enough. My technique is to sand. And my wild card is to use words as texture. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, let me gather what I need. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I had a paper doily here, but I also have this fabric one that I got from an Etsy order. Hi, Lori. STL Finds by Lori. You know I love her. So I don't know which, or maybe I'll use both. I don't know. This one I cut out on my silhouette, but it looks like I didn't do such a good job. So I'm just pulling out those extra pieces. So I have this one, and then I have the fabric one. So we'll see which one we use. And then I brought out my sanding thing, but you could just use sandpaper or nail file. I also have those. I have one of those on my desk as well. So that's doily. I have some words. I have some ideas for texture. We'll see if it actually counts. And fussy cuts, well, that's never a problem. So here's what I have for this spread. Probably way more than I need, but I did fussy cut a lot of these. And I have a really quick idea. So I'm going to use these edges that I made. I showed you guys how to make these in a video. I'll link it here somewhere, where I showed you how to make these and reverse them so that you could use them as page edges. So we reversed it and printed like this. This is not the way, but the exact same one, but in a reverse mirror, and then you could use them as page edges. And I showed you how to make them in Canva, but I also gave you a freebie. So if you don't want to do anything with Canva, you can go get these now over in my Ko-fi shop. That is linked below. Or it's ko-fi.com/Hither and Yon Studio. So I just shrunk them down a little and cut them out so that I have this garden from the bits that I gave you guys. And then I made a bunch of veggies out of, Clipart veggies to use. This is not going to be a freebie. These are just ones that I made, but I do show you how to make clip art just like this in my clip art class, which is also free. And I will link that down below, but it's always under the freebies on my website. So you can just go to freebies in the menu and then you'll see. But I made all these, and these are going to be my journaling cards, hopefully. They're fun. I have the back. Oh, I didn't do this one. Yeah, so I made a bunch of these that I could just use because I'm going to make pockets with my little fussy cut pieces here. Okay, so I cut out some extra pieces and bits that I had from the pages that I gave you guys throughout the 3 months, April, May, and June. Boy, this is just okay. So I cut out a couple of these. These are going to become my pockets. And then I'm just going to glue these on the top of my pockets to make them pretty. It's going to be a pretty easy spread, technically. But let's see how we get on. So I need pockets like this. And so I chose 2 of the background pages from, I think these were from April. So these are like these journal pages, except I cut them down. And I inked around them. And now I'm just going to line them up so that I can make pockets out of them. And I'm going to put one of these on the top of each. So this one is going to be under this one, right? And I don't want to glue the bottom of this because I want whatever I put in it to be able to go all the way down. So for this one, I'm just going to glue the 2 sides. I hope you guys are having a great day. I am. I've had to have some eye exams. I thought I was getting a retinal tear. Thank goodness I wasn't. I had it checked out. I'm all good and cleared. And just, you know, the normal stuff, glaucoma and all that stuff. So it's been a kind of busy time for me. You don't see me as much on here, but that's okay. I usually slow down in the fall and winter, so I get a little more active. But for now, here we are. Okay, so that's going to be my top pocket. And now this one, I'm going to go all the way around. Yeah, so I'm not like a doctor person. I don't go to doctors. I don't do annual exam. I don't do any of that. If I'm sick and I am sick where I can't cure myself with herbs or, you know, whatever I have, like over-the-counter medication, then I'll go. It would be an urgent care visit or, you know, if something tragic happens, which it won't happen. So, but yeah, so like the doctor thing is not like a vibe I enjoy. So it's just been busy and a lot of headspace stuff. So anyway, I'm over it. We're back. So this I'm going to put here. How fun is that? It's just like a little decorative item. And I'm just going to put my glue. I'm going to leave like the top without glue because I'm just going to have that hanging over a tad and I don't want it to glue down my pocket. So there's that one. And then we'll do a different color up here. We'll do the purple violets this way. Yeah, so I did that. And then I'm going to be doing some stuff with my daughter. And I'm just like gardening, you know, these things take up my time in the summer. So everything's taking off now, all of a sudden. So yesterday we had 2 days of rain and I spent it weeding because, you know, it's really good to weed after it rains for a couple of days. It's so much easier. So I did that. And this video was supposed to go out yesterday, but it's going out today because of that. So that's what I have for that. And then I'm going to fill these pockets with some of my bits, but we need a decorative element. So now I'm thinking this one might be actually perfect. Let's see. Oh, maybe I could do them both. I could do a little of that action. All right, we'll consider it. Over here, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm thinking I want some not so deep pockets here. So I think I'm going to cut one of these down. I don't want anything too deep because my cards aren't that deep. Let's be honest, I'm not that deep. All right, so that's that. then this one can be up here. I'm going to even make this one a little thinner. I'm just off camera cutting that off. Hold on. All right. So that's what I'm doing. I have to sand something. So we have to figure out what that's going to be. Sand, doily, use words, fussy cut we covered. Okay, so I know it's a little hard to see because my it's chunky now. She's chunky. All right, hold on. Let's do this. Is this gonna work? No, that's not gonna work at all. What are you doing? I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna have to work with it. So I think I want this one on the bottom because I can write on it. And I want this one up here. And I'm not even sure I need the other one. Well, let's see. All right, so this one I'm actually gonna, I don't want stuff to go through because I have shorter stuff. So this is what I'm doing with this one. And then this one will go down here. Let's see, can I then do this one? Well, that looks kind of funky, but we're gonna put some flowers on it, so it doesn't matter really. All right, let me do this one. I'm doing the same. I don't want stuff to go all the way down on these because I have shorter items. Nope, don't do that. Don't get glue everywhere. It's always hard to press them into the spine, isn't it? Especially when your spine is chunky. So you gotta kind of come over here and do this. All right, so I'm gonna put that one there. And I already inked these all up, so you guys didn't have to watch that. Somebody always appreciates that. And other people really like to watch me ink, so it's always a toss-up. And then, let's see. Oh, I have two. Okay, great. So I'll put this one on there. And that one up there. Well, we can't please everybody, right? All right, and then this one has to go down here. Maybe I should put this one over here. Nope, it's going on the other side. This is a little wobbly down here. All right, I think she's good. And I'm going to put that there. Just to give it, like, you know, it's full garden. So I want it to look like a full garden. All right, I'm going to use my doilies. I don't know that I'm really liking that. So I have that one. I feel like it needs something right there. Let me see if I have a button. Ooh, I actually have this dried hydrangea from my garden, so I'm going to put that on there. Sand. What am I going to do for sand? You know what? Let's do this. I have another idea for sand, but let's see if we can kind of rough up this page a little. to sand it because I'm going to put a word up here. So we'll just stress this out a little. I don't know. I sanded. Sorry guys, it wasn't that creative. But if I take one of these, I want to make these dimensional, so I need some other paper. Let's see. I cut out some. Gonna fit away. Oh, I think so. You know, when I have scraps, I turn them into tickets. I just clip off the corners like that. Let me see if I can give this some dimension. And I'm going to need to take off the corners. I have this punch, which is in my Amazon shop. But if you don't have this, you can just use a regular hole punch to do this. Just take it and put your corner in there and then punch it. So, same thing. So I think this will fit now, but I got to give it some dimension. And this is out of ink. All right, here we go. Use words as texture. I don't know, is it really texture? I guess if it's plumped up, it is. I have some craft foam. We'll use that to give it some dimension. This is just kids craft foam. You can find this in any hobby store, basically. And then that'll set that so it's kind of sitting up. Oop, I wanted to put it on here first. I'm just using my art glitter glue. It works. It'll hold it. That's texture. The doilies texture too, but it's not words. These are. Actually, I think I'm going to put this down here. Well, let's see. I'll put it up there. I can always pull it up if I don't, if it's, yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. It's going to inhibit the, I'll put it here. We can put a different word there. Okay. Happy Garden. We have the little doily. This one I need my Fabrifix. Okay, my good one's upstairs, so I gotta use this one. It's the one that I taped up because, oop, what am I doing? Stop it. What are you doing, girl? Dry. All right, here we go. Like I moved all the glue out of this bottle, except for a little, and so that's that. Looks like a little happy flower. Okay, I'm not going to press on that too hard because I will destroy it. Here you are. All right, and then we can put in all our little cards. Make it look like a happy garden for real. Let's see where I want it. I think I want it over here. And then I have a little happy bird. I'm going to put him here. I have another big, gigantic flower. And then, of course, I have to have all my veg that I do. Cucumbers, peppers. I don't do a lot. I just do the ones that I like and eat all the time. Oh, no, let's put the green pepper. So I made these Cliparts. They're very easy to do, really, for real. For real, for real. Put this guy up here. Oop, hello, for Rand. Actually, let's move him down here with our finch. Move him over here. And then we have some romaine, some corn, ear corn. And then I have a red pepper. And what else do I have? Oh, I have this other yellow flower. And then I have some tags. So these were left over. Let's use them. Fussy cut doily, words as texture. It's very weird to do. I mean, I could emboss a word, but ugh, I don't want to bring out my embossing tools. I say that like, ugh, it's so much work. All right, so I have this. Where do I want you? Maybe back there. I have bloom. Maybe these, like a bunch of these, can be the texture. So let's see. Okay, so we're getting there. We have some words that have lace on them. That's texture. Some things that you could do would be to make your words go through an embossing folder. I think that would be fun. If you already have pre-printed words like I do. I like this, eat your veggies. Maybe I'll tuck that in there. You know, you could use the embossing on top of your letters. Just go over it with one of those embossing pens. I'm not going to do that. I'm not bringing that whole kit and caboodle out. I'm going to put that there. Oh, no, I said I wanted it in here. Yeah, eat your veggies. And then I have grow and pretty. So we'll just put those two together. I don't know. What else could you do for sand? I mean, you could really distress all the edges of everything. I think I could. This is great for this. Can really kind of get in there and distress our tag or a page. And then I always come back in and, you know, it makes it look a bit worn. I want to do something like that. I have this tag also, so let me put some fabric through this one. I'm going to staple this one. All right, that one we'll put up here. And I still have pretty. Words as texture. Yeah, if you kind of like cut out some words, I wish I had, I don't think I have any, like letters that are chipboard. Those would be fun too. so that when these are out, you'll see that. And I have garden. Okay. It's fun. It's a little pocket and lots of little places to write little notes to yourself if you'd like to. And that's our page, guys. That's it. I think we got it. Okay, so doily. Celebrate colorful scents. I think we got all of that. And we did all of our bits, so just going to glue these down and we are done except for the cover. And I have a fun cover. I've kind of thought it out. I've cut some pieces out. I'm using all the bits that I gave you guys. So nothing that isn't part of the kit, except maybe a paper doily or something. I think I want to use one of them, but you can always use a piece of paper instead. But yeah, so we'll be doing that on the weekend. So look for that video on the weekend, and then we'll be done. But like I said, go get your bits, go get your kit if you haven't. And thanks for playing along with me, guys. This has been a fun one. Lots of pages. We'll do a fun closure. But yeah, there she is. That is our full garden, and I think it is full, don't you think? We got flowers, we got veg, we got birds, we got flowers. It's so fun. And don't forget, eat your veggies. All right, I'll see you soon, guys. Have a great rest of your day or night. Don't forget the thumbs up. Bye!